So one thing I want to touch on really quickly is white in Washington. It's a thing that I've struggled with quite a bit myself. We don't have shad here in Washington, up where I'm at, anyways. But paired with that guy, I mean, you got to remember, 90% of bait fish have a white belly. So when you're a bass looking up at it and you see this, you're going to see that white belly and it's going to look like a bait fish. So I think that helps quite a bit. And also, sometimes it's just something they haven't seen is white. You know, everyone's throwing green pumpkin, bluegill colors, these reds, greens, whatever. But sometimes when they see that white, it just pops out so much. And especially since this guy right here, I'm not sure if you can tell or not, but this is actually an iridescent bottom and a white on top. And so in this clear water, it looks more like a trout or maybe some other bait fish. But yeah, pretty much my thinking behind it. I know there's probably guys that know exactly why, but if it works, it works. We'll give it a shot. And there we go. First fish of the day, pretty good one. Choke that spinnerbait. $4.29. Not sure if you can see that. Mark that in there. So essentially what I was doing with that was doinked up my spinnerbait a little bit. I was taking my spinnerbait and got a little creek outlet coming over here, and then we've got a little bit of a drop off and some grass, some isolated grass clumps, and I was just paralleling these sort of grass clumps that are out here, and that guy bit. Let's see if we can get another one. Second good fish of the day right there. 432. A little bit bigger than the other one. On a drop shot, throwing a robo worm and greeny weenie. Pretty sweet. Not expecting that at all. Been drop shotting and seeing lots and lots of fish on the graph. Marking them in little schools of, there's probably schools 5 or 10 of them. And all of them are just small. They're just like little 6 to 8 inches. And I know there's this tree up here, and so I cast it out on the edge of it, or end of it, and she was just hanging out there. Wanted a little robo worm. Kind of a weird time right now. Just on this guy right here. Kind of a weird time. Not exactly sure what these fish are thinking right now. Seems as though they sprayed the lake, and there's tons of just dead eelgrass everywhere. That was one of the places that these fish really staged up in, and so that kind of, what I'm assuming is that kind of pushed them to pretty much all their kinds of structure. And just based on previous history from this place, when they're not on that eelgrass or that pondweed, they really stick to the hard cover. And it's a little bit cooler today, so figured they'd probably be on the wood and rock. Not really on the rock. Caught a couple, nothing of size though, but that kind of confirms my idea that they will be on the wood. Got tons of wood up here. Gonna see if we can kind of replicate that. Probably tie on another worm or bust out some other ones to experiment and see if we can expand on essentially what I've done. Just throwing a size 4 Gamakatsu split shot drop shot hook with the, of course, the robo worm, and then I've got a cannonball. I believe I'm throwing a 1/4 ounce right now. Had it on the 3/8. Was not getting as many bites, so I switched. I think that just a little bit more action when you're kind of shaking it on the bottom, giving it a little bit more free action is definitely the key. Probably tie on another drop shot or Nico rig maybe to see if it can expand on that, and then go from there.